Hello everybody, welcome back to Book Bar and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a trope recommendation video, and it is my favorite trope of all the tropes, and that is age gap. I love an age gap romance. Older man, younger woman, older woman, younger man. Give it all to me. I love it all. Age gaps. Chef's kiss. So I'm just gonna get started talking about some of my favorite books, or books that not necessarily favorites, but books that I've loved. We're gonna start with the one everyone recommends. It is my favorite book, Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. This is a ex-boyfriend's dad, age gap. People say it's taboo. I don't think it is. She is 19 when they meet, so well over age, and it is a slow burn, so they don't get together right away. But yeah, I don't really think it's taboo. It's not a dark romance, but I love it. Favorite book, age gap. Birthday Girl. I'm sure you know what this is about. You've heard it. You've probably heard about it. But it's Pike and Jordan, and it is beautiful and fantastic. Then another favorite of mine is The Forbidden Man by Karina Halle. Clearly I have changed my tabbing system because it was so far out. But this is actually an older woman, younger man. Another forbidden romance. But this one's forbidden because they work together. She is a physical therapist and he is a soccer player. Or football, as they call it. Because it actually is a team in Spain. I think they play for Real Madrid. Yeah, Madrid. And I love this book. It is beautifully written. It's by Karina Halle. It is fantastic. This was one of my favorites I read last year. I laugh, I cry, my heart breaks. Fantastic. I'm just doing the ones that I have with me. Then I have another age gap recommendation. This one doesn't get wrecked as an age gap, but it is. I mean, she's 20, he's 30. It's a 10-year age gap. Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. Stolen Heir is also age gap because he's 28 and she's 19. So those two are definitely age gaps. But yeah, I mean, 10-year age gap. This is my favorite of the Brutal Birthright series. And it is a great place to start on your Sophie Lark journey. So yeah, Callum and Ada. And Callum is part of the Irish Mafia and Ada is the Italian Mafia princess. And I call her a princess because she's the Italian Don's daughter. And they are truly, truly, truly enemies to lovers. They try to kill each other. Like, actually, both of them try to kill each other. And then they grow to kind of respect each other. And then they kind of grow into, like, a friendship. And then they fall in love. So it is beautiful. Oh, they hate each other. They have some hate sex. And there's a scene in a car, in a limo. Fantastic. But yeah, then they grow to love each other. And I absolutely loved this. Upon reread, it remained my favorite. And I'm bummed. When I first read it, I only gave it 4.5 stars. And when I reread it, I gave it 5. I gave it 4.5 because I wanted more Callum and Ada. Like, so much plot happens at the end that, like, I wanted more of them, like, happy and in love and just, like, being a happy couple. And I didn't get that at the end of this, but if you read the whole series, you do get that. And when you read The Heir, or The Rebel, which is their son's book, you still see them, like, 20 years down the road, happy and in love, and it's everything. So I definitely suggest this. And then some more that I have, the Fallen Men series by Giana Darling, starting with Lessons in Corruption. That is another older woman, younger man, student teacher, so even more forbidden. And then, so all of that series is age gap. My personal favorite is Good Gone Bad, which is a cop and the daughter of the head biker. So good guy, bad girl. And that's my favorite. My favorite one so far. I haven't read them all. I have a couple more to read, but they're all age gaps. So, and all of them were 4 2 5 stars. So definitely a good series to go with. Then I have Temper Me by Alexandria House. This is a brother's best friend second chance romance. I really enjoyed this, and it's fun. They like sleep together. She is his sister's roommate. The heroine is the sister's roommate. I can't think of their names. I'm really bad with names of heroes and heroines. I guess I could look in here. But the hero is the heroine's sister's roommate, and he goes and visits his sister at school, and he meets the heroine, and they have like a very strong attraction to each other, and they end up hooking up, and like for all 4 years through school, they kind of have like a thing. So it is Van and Brooklyn are the hero and the heroine. They have like a thing all throughout the 4 years, and then like something happens and they don't see each other for a long time, and then he comes back to town and they end up falling in love again and being together. It's like 8 years down the road, so it is really truly a second chance. And yeah, so I really enjoyed that one. Then Devious Lies by Parker S. Huntington. This is one that I thought I was going to hate. Like, I was reading it, and I was like, I'm going to hate this. Like, I am not enjoying this. And I almost DNF'd it. Like, the first, like, half of it, or third of it. Like, they're just so pretentious. And Emery is, like, this rich girl, and she just seems so pretentious. And Nash is just mean and evil. But then because I listen to an audio, and usually with audiobooks, I don't DNF quite as quick as like when I'm reading it, because it doesn't take as long to get through it. And then I got probably about like 25%, like it turned. And I just absolutely loved this book. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. But it's hate to love, best friend's brother, rich girl turned poor, poor boy turned rich, like, a lot of scandal happened, and they, like, the third act conflict was one that actually made sense. It wasn't like a miscommunication thing. She ended up finding something out and was really upset about it, and it was understandable why she was upset. So it was definitely cause for a breakup, and so it made sense. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Then another one that I'm sure gets recommended all the time, Your Dad Will Do by Katie Robert. This is a short, sexy, novella length, basically ex-boyfriend's dad, again, or ex-fiance's dad, I think. And she shows up at his house and is like, you're way better than your son. So it's a lot of just them hooking up, not really much plot, but it was great. I really enjoyed it. Definitely one that I recommend. Then another one is Thin Ice by Cassie Mint. This is a figure skater and her coach. Also, this one's a novella. So quick, easy, short time, like 50 pages. You'll have it done really quick. But it was so good and so steamy. I loved it. Another short novella, Big Boss by Cassie Mint. This one is a boyfriend or best friend's dad romance. Again, a novella, so quick, easy, fast to read. You'll get through it really quick, but I really loved it, 5 stars. And then The Devil and the Devil's Advocate are both, like, they're the Devil's Playground duet. They are also age gap, and can't say much about them, but they're wild, and I would check content warnings, because there are a lot. One big one is like a lot of homophobia, but it's not, I don't know how to explain it without giving stuff away, but do check trigger warning or content warnings if any of those things are issues for you. But it is an age gap, and I really enjoyed the duet. Then Real by Kennedy Ryan. This one's more of a stretch. It's like only a 7-year age gap, but it's still an age gap. This is an emotional roller coaster of a ride. It is a director falling in love with this actress, and of course, spending time together. They're gonna be in close quarters, forced proximity. So, but I loved that one. I mean, all of these are 4.5 to 5 star books. So, then Mafia Mistress and Mafia Darling by Finelli. Mafia Darling was better in my opinion than Mafia Mistress, but of course you can't read one without reading the other. Well, I guess you could read the first one without reading the second one, but you can't read the second one without reading the first one. And yeah, this one does have a trope that a lot of people hate. I'm sure you could figure it out, but it is Mafia. Mafia age gaps go hand in hand, but there's a lot of them. So yeah, that's another one I really enjoyed. It's a betrothed, like she's supposed to marry his son, but there is no cheating. Don't worry about that. That doesn't ever happen. But she's supposed to marry his son, and he decides that, no, I think I want to keep you for myself. So it's one of those, but it was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. Beautiful. It was a wild ride too. I really enjoyed it though. Then Carnal Urges by J.T. Geissinger. Captive. Sloan is taken by Daddy Declan, and it is an age gap. And he tries so hard not to fall in love with her, but he just can't stop because she's just so awesome. This one, surprisingly emotional. But yeah, check all of these. Check content warnings. Like, there are going to be things, especially the Mafias, there are going to be darker elements, things discussed that could be triggering to people. Then Broken Records by Bree Bennet. This is a book that I have never seen anyone talk about. I absolutely adore this book with my whole heart. It was a debut. It is a rock star romance. It is only a 10-year age gap, so it's not like a huge age gap. And it is so sweet and swoony. And it's a neurodivergent main character. Own voices, should the author is neurodivergent. Own voices. So there is an alcoholic rock star who's having troubles finding gigs and getting gigs, and he proposes that they have a marriage of convenience. And of course they're gonna fall in love, and it is just, there's amazing caretaking in this book. I absolutely love this book, and I need more people to read it because it is one of my favorites. It is a slow burn, and there is a big warning for domestic abuse, not by the hero or the heroine, but something does happen in the past, and so do know that going in. And again, the hero does have alcoholism, and yeah, but it's just such a good book. And that it was like her like debut like big novel. Like, she had written a couple novellas, but just absolutely love this book. It is so good. I need more people to read it. And that's actually where I'm going to stop with the recommendations. I have so many more. I have a whole ton, like so many. But then I am going to go over a few that I have on my TBR. So first one is Culti by Mariana Zapata. I love slow burns. I love Mariana Zapata slow burns. I know they are not for everyone because it takes 450 pages for them to get together, but I'm here for it. But this is this is a sports romance, enemies to lovers, slow burn, age gap. Literally my 4 favorite tropes in one book. So definitely top priority. Then I have Praise by Sarah Kate. I'm actually currently reading this one. This is another ex-boyfriend's dad. That's weirdly probably one of my favorite age gap tropes. I also have The Doctor, which is another ex-boyfriend's dad. The Doctor is by Nikki Sloan. And then Love Unexpected by Kiwi Tyler, which is a stepfather, stepdaughter taboo romance. So yeah, those are like my top priority TBR. But let me know in the comments if you've read any of these. If you haven't, go check them out, especially Broken Records, because nobody talks about that book. So let me know in the comments what your favorite age gap books are. Just because I didn't mention it doesn't mean I haven't, it's not one that I really enjoyed. There are so many. I might have to do like a part 2 of this because I literally could keep going, but I don't want to talk forever. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Bye.